Welcome back. Today we are continuing our lesson on subtracting across zeros, drawing a picture strategy. The last video we didn't actually draw a picture. I used clip art of the hundreds blocks, the tens blocks. Well, actually here's what we did. We used the hundreds blocks, the tens blocks, and the ones. Now at home you might not have these manipulatives to use. What you can do at home or at school is, instead of using the blocks themselves, we can use pictures. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to draw a picture, and we're going to follow the same steps that we did in the last video. And I'm going to put these steps up here. And I'm going to also put our problem up here that we're going to look at. Okay. So this problem is taken directly from the re-engage page, and it's using a picture strategy, 950 minus 271. Okay, the steps that we did and that we're going to do is we're going to decompose the minuend. Minuend is the first number, and draw it on the place value mat. Then we're going to subtract the ones first, decompose and regroup if needed, subtract the tens, then the hundreds, decompose and regroup if needed, rewrite in working form, and add the differences. Okay, that sounds like a lot to remember, but if we take it step by step, it's not so bad, and after a while you learn the routine. It's the same routine every time. Let's just jump in. Okay, our problem, 950 minus 271, and we're looking for the difference. I'm going to decompose the minuend and draw it on the place value mat. I'm going to draw squares for the hundreds blocks because that's what they kind of look like when we have our little manipulatives. It's a square of 100 tiny cubes. So I'm going to draw 9. I look at each digit one at a time to determine how many I'm going to draw. So 9 hundreds blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, some of these look better than others. I'm going to leave it. I know they're blocks. I don't need to spend my time erasing and doing them perfect. I want you to concentrate on solving the problem rather than your squares looking perfect. Okay, so we did the 9. How many tens are we going to draw? Well, this digit is 5. It's in the tens place. The value is 50. We're going to draw 5 tens. Now, instead of drawing, the stick and making sure that everything's divided by 10, we are not going to do that. That takes way too much time, and I don't think we need to do that. So we're just going to draw sticks or rods for tens, and we need to draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, got that one done. How many ones are we drawing? 0. So we just leave that blank. Okay, so we have decomposed the minuend and we have drawn it on the place value mat. Now, if you don't have a place value mat, you can draw one on your paper, or you can just keep the group of hundreds together, and then next to it a group of tens, and next to that a group of ones. Okay, so now we're going to, actually let's check that off. Now we're going to subtract the ones first, decompose and regroup if needed. All right, well, we need to subtract 1. Well, there's nothing here to subtract from. This is where our regrouping comes in. We are going to take one of these tens away, and we're going to put 10 cubes here. Now, I'm not drawing cubes, I'm just drawing dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Why did I draw 10 dots? Because each of these sticks represents 10 units. These are tens. So I have to draw 10 ones. It's like changing going to the bank with a $10 bill and saying, I need 10 ones. How many ones would you need? You would need 10, or trading a dime for 10 pennies. They have to have equal value. Okay, so now we've regrouped, but we still need to subtract. How many are we subtracting? We're subtracting 1. Put an X over the 1. Now you can just draw a single line through it. That's fine, either way. So we've subtracted the 1. Okay, subtract the 10s. Okay, how many 10s do we need to subtract? We need to subtract 7. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't subtract 7 when we've only got 4. But we have some hundreds. So let's take one of these hundreds and trade it for some 10s. How many 10s are in 100? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10. So if we cross one of those 10s out, we need to draw 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so everything's even. We've regrouped this hundreds block into 10 10s. Now can we take away 7? Yes, we can. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we've taken away 7. Now let's look at our hundreds. Oh, let's go back here. Subtracted the 1s first. Okay, we subtracted the 10s. Now we need to subtract hundreds. How many hundreds do we need to subtract? 2. 1, 2. We have subtracted everything. Now we count up what's left. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9. Okay, let's count the 10s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 tenths. We don't count don't count anything that's crossed out. How many hundreds? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 hundreds. Oh, okay. I just realized that in this example, the book does want us to write the value here. And so we're going to do that. Instead of 7, we're going to have 70. And instead of 6, we'll have 600. So, rewrite, let's cross this off, rewrite in working form. Working form simply means vertically. Stack them on top of each other and add the differences. These are partial differences. Although the problem is subtraction, we've already done our subtraction, so we need to add our partial differences together. Okay, so let's bring the 600 up. Let's bring the 70 up. And let's bring the 9. Let's add them up. 9, nothing in the 10s except for the 7s. We can just write that in. And no other hundreds. All right, our answer is 679. And we have done this using the draw a picture strategy. Thank you for joining me.